Hey everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live, and welcome to our second stream for the Eldorado Fortress. If you joined me last week, you saw us do only bags 1, 2, 3 out of 10 in the set, because there's quite large amounts of bricks in each set. And you would have seen us build the first ship there for the imperial troops to get on top, and we've got our first minifigure there with an imperial soldier at the front. In fact, this little lamp's fallen off. And then we also had pirates there in a little boat there as well, a couple of those. So those were our first 3 minifigures, and we started to build the base plate, which if you remember in the original one was actually a moulded base plate, but this is all brick built this time. So we actually started to build sort of the harbour area and the slope up into the actual fortress. Around the back we've got a little cave there with some hidden treasure in underneath as well. So today we're picking up from bag number 4, or set 4, and we're going to build the entranceway really and start to build out the fort a bit more today. I'm not sure whether this stream is actually going to, or this build actually is going to take another stream. I'm expecting it probably will, but if it doesn't, at the moment next week we'll be streaming the Hocus Pocus set. If not, again, if we don't do that and we do a third part for this, it'll be the week after. And you still have some time to vote on the poll that's over on the community tab as well. So if you want to change what we're going to build, you've still got a chance to do that. So let's crack on then, open bag number 4, and then start building the rest of the fort up a bit more. So you've got quite a lot of parts in these bags. 10 sets of bags in the whole set. I can see we've got some gates and some cannons coming in this one as well, as we start to build up the entranceway to the fort. If I remember correctly, the entranceway in the old set was some wooden doors. It looks like this time we're going for these sort of gates instead. I actually used to quite like the wooden doors. It's a shame I got rid of those. Right, that's all the bits. Let's get going. So we're going to start first off around this side here. We've got these yellow poles coming out. We're just going to add an archway on top of that to support the wall that's going to probably go on top. So we start with one of these 1x6 archways. We're going to add a 1x3 yellow plate, so 3 of those studs, and then we've got a dark red 1x2 round ends. That's just going to go onto these 2 here. Then we're going to get a 1x4 brick in yellow. We're going to get 3 1x3 plates in yellow, and a 1x1 round in dark red. And what we're going to do is we're going to now attach this over to the actual side, and to do that we're going to get 2 of these 1x3s, snap them together, stick our 1x1 round on one stud, and then another 1x3 on the 2. That's then going to connect across to the arch, and then we'll run a 1x4 brick just across from there. So now it's attached, a little more sturdier. Then we're going to spin this around a bit more, and we're going to pay a bit more attention to this round area here, which is probably going to be a turret with a cannon on, I reckon. And that's going to be a white 1x2 brick. One of those. We've got a 1x2 plate as well in white. We've got another couple of those red, dark red 1x2 round sides, and we need 3 1x1 bricks, regular 1x1 bricks. One, 2, 3. To start with, we'll get the 1x2 plates and the rounded ones, snap them together. They're going to go on this 1x2 here. Then our other 1x2 normal brick goes here, and then our 1x1s are going to go in between that at an angle. Try and make it rounded like that. Then we're going to get a 1x4 in white, a 1x2 in white. We've got some yellow bricks as well, so a 1x1 yellow brick. have a cutaway angled brick like this, a couple of 1x1 plates in yellow, you've got an ingot or a bullion bar, 2 of those tiles in yellow as well, and we have some 1x4 modified with just 2 studs on top, and I think that's us. So to start with, we'll have the ingot or the bullion bar tile coming out over this side, then we'll add a 1x1 plate, then one of our 1x4s modified, then we'll have our angle brick, and then we'll stick a 1x1 over this side here. Meanwhile, on coming down this side, we'll do the same sort of pattern here. Ingot bullion bar, 1x1 and a 1x4. Then we've got a 1x4 brick in white, and then our 1x2 brick near the entranceway. Then we need 8 more of these ingot bullion bar tiles. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's the last one. Right in there. And then we also need 8 upward facing brackets, the single type like this. So 8 of these. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. 2, 4, 6. 7, where's the last one? 8. And we're going to add the bullion bar to the upward facing bracket. So for all 8, we're going to stick on to the bracket. These are going to act as maybe the holes that are in the fort for the weapons to go through. So we're going to stick them on the 1x4 facing each other like this, and then on our 1x1 plate like that. Same on this side. Those are all in place. Then we get some more yellow bricks, so we need a couple of 1x2s, a 1x1, and then 5 1x1 plates in yellow. We're going to stick 2 lots of these together into 2s. One of them goes this side of the turret, the other one on this side. Then we're going to stick our 1x2 between these brackets here and this one. Then our 1x1 goes this end, and our final 1x1 plate just goes in this one to level it off. Next up, we need a 1x2 white plate. We've got a yellow Erling brick. We have a cheese wedge in yellow, 4 1x1s plates with clips on. Then we've got some dark red 1x2s with rounded ends, and then a 1x1 round plates. We're going to stick the 2 dark red plates together and stick a white plate on top. That's going to sit on top here by our doorway. Then we get our cheese wedge and stick that into the Erling brick sideways, make something like that. That's going to sit on our angled brick up here. Then our 1x1 round goes next to it, just in there. And then our clips are going to go on these 1x2s we just stuck on, facing inwards. I wonder if they'll hold some weapons. People in the fort, we'll find out. Let's they just go in that side. Then we're going to add some bricks now to add some bit height, I think. So we've got 1x6 in white, 1x4 and a 1x3, 1x3 in yellow, and then we get 5 1x1s with clips moulded in. 3, 4, 5. So the 1x3 in yellow first off goes over this side. Next up we're going to build around this fort wall here, so we'll stick the 1x4 in, a 1x1 with a clip facing outwards. Then our 1x6 is going to go across this archway we added, then a 1x3, then our 1x1s with the clips, one facing out, and then 3 in a row here facing inwards. To that effect. Then we get 3 macaroni bricks in white. This is going to help form our turret. Then we have a corner brick here, 2x2, then a couple of 1x4s in white. We have a 1x3 as well, another 1x1 with a clip, and another 1x1 dark red plates. We'll also need 2 1x6 white plates as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to add our round macaroni bricks to our turret here, all the way around. Then coming off of that we'll add a 1x6 plate on this side and this side. Then we add another 1x1 round plate on top of the one we already had. Then it's a 1x1 with a clip facing out the fort, 1x3 brick, then our corner brick goes on, and on this side we add our 2 1x4 white bricks like this. Now we're going to add some plates, so we need another 1x6, we need a 1x4 in white as well, 2 white ingot or bullion bar tiles, a 1x1 plate, 1x1 tile, we need 3 of those in white, and another 2 dark red 1x2 round bricks. First off we start with the dark red 1x2 round on here, then that's a 1x6 plate goes up top. Then our first 1x1 tile goes on this stud here, and we've got the ingot 1x2 going on there, another 1x1 on this stud here, then another ingot just on there, and another 1x1 on there. Then we get a 1x4 plate onto here, followed by a 1x1 plate, and then our final 1x2 red round ends just goes in there. Then we get a couple more 1x6 plates in white. We have another dark red 1x2 round ends and a 1x1 plate in white. We also get a 1x2 plate in white as well, and a cutaway white brick. And what we do is we stick the cutaway on top of the yellow ones we had here. Our plate 1x2 goes on the end. 1x6 is going to run across then with another red 1x2 there, 1x6 on this side, and the 1x1 on top there. Next up we need 3 1x2 white bricks, and also 2 regular 1x1 bricks, a 1x2 or 7 1x2 ingot ones, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here's the last one. You also need a regular 1x2 plates. We need another 1x1 round dark red piece. We need a 1x2 with a cheese wedge moulded in it like that. And we need 5 1x1 tiles in white again. There 3, 4, 5. First off, we get the 1x2s and we're going to add the ingot tile to the top of 3 of them. It's going to give us a kind of castle fort look on top with the 2 hanging up. So we stick 1 there, 2 gap there. In the 2 gap we're going to add the more white ingots as well. Then on the end here we get a 1x1 brick and a tile. Ooh, and I'll just throw that across the room. I'll pick that up after. I better pick it up now. Hang on, hold your horses, I'll be back. The furthest I've thrown a piece across the room. So yeah, 1x1 with a 1x1 tile. That's going to go on the end here to finish off the front. Then we get a 1x2 ingot again, stick that onto this end, and a 1x1 tile to cover this stud up on this side. Then we get another 1x1 and a tile, try not to throw it across the room this time, it goes on this end. Then a regular ingot goes on the stud here. Our other 1x2 with the tile goes on top there. And we have a 1x1 tile. Then our 1x2 with the cheese wedge moulded in it goes on. Then our red, dark red 1x1 round goes on. 1x1 tile next. And a 1x2 plate. So if I just angle this up for you, you can sort of see that castle fort look now starting to take shape around the ends. Next up we get a couple of 1x1 plates in white. We also need a 1x3 plate, a 1x1 brick with clip on, and 3 of the dark red 1x2 round ends, and a 1x1 dark red as well. And what we do is we make a little mini thing here, so we get the 3 1x2s with the round ends, stick 3 of them together, make something like that. Then we're going to add the 1x1 plates, wrong way around, put them on top to make something like that, and stick the white 1x1 plates underneath to level it off. And a 1x3 is going to go across the top, plate like that. That's going to sit over this side of our archway, and then we'll have a 1x1 with a clip facing out, and we'll add the 1x1 round dark red plate just in top there to level it off. And with that done, we've got a corner brick, a 1x3 brick, and a couple of 1x1 tiles. Focusing on this side, we're going to add the 1x3 brick, then we get the 1x1 tile, and our corner brick, and our 1x1 tile again to continue that sort of castle fort formation on this side. Then we need a 1x2 with the round ends. We need a couple of corner plates this time in white. Also a 1x2 plate, a 1x1 with a clip moulded into it, and a regular 1x1. We'll stick our rounded dark red 1x2 and our plate together to start with. They're going to go over here. Then we stick our 2 corner plates together, and then we add our 1x1 clip into the corner there, and a 1x1 plate on top. It's going to sit on the corner up here. Then we get 6 1x2 dark reds round ends. I'm going to snap them in pairs to make 3 lots. This one goes on here, one on this side, and our third one goes on top here. Next up we get a couple of small arches, these 1x3 ones. We've got a 1x1 with clips on. We also need 1x2 round ends. We've got some 1x1 bricks and a 1x1 plate as well in white. And what we do here is we add our little archway here and on the other one to create a little window type view. 1x1 goes in the middle corner here. Then we add another 1x2 in dark red and a 1x1 plate on this wall to level it off. Then on this one we stick a 1x1 with a clip on that way and this way. And then our 1x1 brick just forms on that side. So we're starting to build this entranceway up. Now to give us the main sort of entrance, we get actually 2 of these larger arch pieces. We need a 1x3 white plate and we need a 2x6 white plate as well. Start with this archway, we get a dark red 1x1 round plate onto it. We'll add the 2x6 then with one stud onto that. We'll add the 1x3 plate then into the bottom and add our other archway on the opposite side like this. With that done, this is our sort of entrance way. This is going to line up across here. So now if we're looking at the ramp, you can see the archway going across the top. That's the first part. Then we get a smaller archway, a 1x4, a 1x1 brick somewhere, just a regular one. 1x2 plate, a couple of those, and a couple of the red ones. I've got the rounded ends. Again, snap 2 together, and a white plate on top. This is going to go over this side. Then we add a 1x1 next to that, and then we have an archway where we stick the 1x2 plate on. A couple of things today. To level this top piece out. It's going to sit at the top here facing outwards, and then we have a 1x4 going in there. Then we get another couple more of these smaller archways and a couple of 1x2 bricks as well in white. Stick the 2 1x2s together. That's going to go here. Then the other arches, the smaller ones, are going to go just here and here, start forming the actual entranceway to the floor. Then again we get another couple of arches and a small archway. We get a 1x1 with a clip again and a couple more dark red 1x2s. We're going to add the dark red 1x2s to the top of the archways like this. The first one goes on this end facing outwards again. Second one goes on this side facing backwards as well. Then we have our 1x1 clip that covers up here. Clip faces into the fort, and then our little archway goes over here to create a little window over that side. Then we get a 1x2 plate, a 1x1 plate, a couple of those, and we get 4 more of the dark red 1x2 round ends. We start with our 1x2 plate and stick a 1x1 white onto it. Then we add a dark red one. Then we add a dark red underneath. Then another 1x1 on top here. Then we stick the other 2 on top like this. It's then going to sit on top here. There's some exposed brickwork. I think this used to be where on the old one we had panels that had printed red bricks to show where the masonry had been knocked off. This time we've got a brick built version. of it. So we've got a couple of 2x2 corner bricks and a couple of 1x2s. Also a 1x4 white plates somewhere. There's it on back there. So the 1x4 plate first goes on top of our arch pieces to make them firmer. 1x2 goes here to attach the arch, and on this side. Then we stick a corner brick in over here, and of course the other one goes on this side. Then we get a 2x4 in white, a 1x3, and a couple of smaller archways. We have the 1x3 brick going on top here, and our 2x4 going on this side, and our little archways go in the middle here above the main entrance of the fort. Then we get a 1x16 brick here in white. It's going to run across the back here. Across the archway that's going out of the fort. And then we're going to add now some details of some weapons and things in here. And it says sailors, pirates and guards all have to eat. What's cooking? Fish, coconuts, plantains. So we're going to make a little stove which is going to be over this little yellow or orange fireplace. So for that we get two 1x4 archways. We're going to add a dark bluish grey 1x2 plate onto each of these, and then add our other archway on the front. So it looks like this. Then on top of the stove we're going to add a jumper tile in the middle, 2x2 one, and then we'll add those tablet peel type tiles in light bluish grey on the other two studs on each side. Then we're going to add a cauldron or a pot to our jumper tile, and then we'll add a little handle to that. So there's our little stove, and that's going to go now on top of our little flame there. Next up we get 3 rifles, classic molds. We stick 2 by the entranceway into those 1x1s with clips that we had earlier. I'll give you a closer look at this in a second. And then one goes out here. Then we have 2 cutlasses or swords. One goes on this clip over here, and then one goes again by the entranceway over this side. Hey Alexander, hey William, welcome to the stream. Build's going well so far, just starting to build the fort up now after last week building most of the foundations. We also have a sack, so we're going to put that near the stove over this side. And we need to make some torches, or a torch. So we get a brown coloured lightsaber, a black 1x1 round plate with a hole in it and a flame piece. And stick all that together to make a torch. It's going to sit above near our stove, and we've also got a big one of these moulded keys. I'm going to stick the key to the fort, I guess, onto this clip over here. And I think I have got all of the bits. So now we've got, if I just angle it up, we've got this little stove over here with a sack. We've got the key as well and a torch, some weapons there by the main entrance there. We've also got some more weapons for the soldiers to grab when they're under attack. Then we get some building more walls. So we get a 1x4 brick. We got a couple of 1x2 plates in whites and a 1x1 plate. 4 more of the dark red round ended plates, and we need 2 dark red 1x1 round plates as well. So for this they've spun it around in the instructions. Let's just do that so we put things in the right place. So our 1x4 is just going to fill in this gap over here that we've got to level it off. Then what we're going to do with this is take our 1x2 plate in white, stick that 1x1 dark red onto it. Then we've got our 1x2 rounded ends, stick one on there, one on the bottom, another one on top. Then we'll stick a 1x1 plate into the bottom there. Then on top of that we'll add another layer. Again, this is dark red here is depicting the exposed bricks that we had printed on the previous original set. Just showing where the masonry has been blasted off by pirates. And then we add that on this side to level it off. Then we get a couple of corner bricks in white. Some of these inverted 2x2 slopes and a 2x4 brick. And we're just going to build up here. So we start with a 2x4 goes in here. Then we've got our corner brick going on this end. And our inverted 1x2 brick goes in here. Same on the opposite side here, inverted brick and our corner brick. Then we're going to add some plates now. So we've got this 1x8 plate, a 1x5 plate and a wedge plate, all in light bluish grey. Our wedge is going to go across here, followed by our 1x8, and our 1x5 just goes across that side. Then we get another wedge, it's going to run on the opposite side there as well. Next up we get 4 2x3 plates in light bluish grey as well. 3 of them are going to go down this side with a 1 stud overhang, and then one's going to go on this side. Then we get an 8x8 and a 4x6. 8x8 is going to go right across the top here to give this next level up. And then this 4x6 just goes on here. So we have another platform. Next up we want our gates to the entrance. So like I said, we've got these 2 fence type this time. I think the original one was solid wooden door, which I think was probably bad because it's more of a fort, whereas this you've got access through, which might not be so clever to protect yourself from pirates who might throw things through the holes, but that's what we've got. And we're going to make a couple more torches as well to go either side of our entranceway. So we'll just build the torches first. So stick the 1x1 rounds onto the lightsaber, flame into the top of that. First one's going to go on the outside here. Another one's going to go on the opposite wall. I'll show you a close up of this in a second. And then we're going to clip the gates to our clips that we stuck on earlier. So then if I just angle this for you, you can see the gates are in there now, and they'll open up properly to get entranceway. We've got the torches either side as well, and then these close when we're under attack. So now that sort of entranceway part is added. I'll leave the gates open for now. We're going to do a little palm tree that's going to sit on the side as well. So for that we get one of these tan coloured prong pieces. We're going to add classic palm leaf, 2 studs on this side, 2 on this side. Just got to push these all the way down. So we've got something like that, and then we're going to add, of course, 2 on top. difficulty to get them on, but there you go. So there's our palm tree. Then on top of the palm here, we're going to add our 2x2 round plate. Whoa! Hopefully it'll stick on. Push that on properly. And then in the middle of that, of course, we stick a 1x1 round. It's always the way to finish the palm trees off in the old days. That's going to sit into a tusk. It'll look like this. And then this is going to stick in here, of course. Last week we started the palm tree off. It's going to clip into a Technic cylinder that we've got down here and angle out that way. So that's the palm tree. Next up is the cannon that's going to sit in this turret here. So we start with a 4x4 round plate. We're going to add a black jumper 1x2 tile each side here. Run a 2x4 plate through the middle of it like that. Onto that we're going to add 2 jumpers 2x2s onto that plate in the middle. And onto our jumpers that we stuck on originally, some 1x1 round, which are of course the cannonballs. Then we bring our cannon piece in here to the bottom. We're going to add these 2x2s here that we can add then the wheels for the cannon. Classic cannon, of course. So there's our wheels going on. Then of course now we can add the actual cannon, which clips into the red holder there. Still got the classic action of pulling back and firing the cannon. And of course we need the aerial here, which would be to push the gunpowder and that into it. We then attach our cannon to our jumper. Again, if you want to, you can take the cannon off, put it on jumpers and use it as a wheel about cannon. What we're going to do now is add that to our turntable here. Now we can rotate that around and aim it at pirates that are coming to attack us. And that's the end of bag 4. So at the end of that, we've ended up with the fort taking a bit more of a familiar look now, with the entranceway kind of getting there. Got the turret as well, palm tree at the front, and we've got enough space now or an area here to start building this area out, and of course the other part, which is the centre here. So let's crack open bag number 5. There's just one bag in this one. We've got some more cannons. We also get another imperial soldier or admiral, someone senior. And this will probably, I reckon, be the build for the top of the entranceway. So we'll probably fill up this grey area on top. Because we've got a massive imperial soldier flag as well included in this section. So first off, we're going to build our imperial soldier. He's looking quite grand. These little white legs. So he's got white legs. He's got a printed tunic, which is a little bit grander than others, with all the golden thread there and a little detail at the back. He's got his golden epaulette on his shoulders and one printed face, which is a grey beard on there. He's also got this pointy hat, which needs a red feather in it, so it looks really important. And with that set, then he also has a cutlass or sword. There's our second soldier. He's quite senior, so I'll stick him to the side. Or he'll sit on top of the fort. So we're going to concentrate on this space now by a little bit. So to start us off, we get a couple of 2x2s jumpers in black and a couple of 1x4s modified with 2 studs, and we get a 1x1 white tile. So to start us off, one stud in from the front here, we stick off 1x4, 1x1, another 1x4, so it's central to our archway that we've built. And then just behind that we stick our black jumper tiles, one stud in from there. Now we're going to lay some bricks to give us a rough shape of the area. So we get two 1x6s, we have two of these angle pieces that are 1x3. There's the other one. There it is. We have a couple of 1x4 white bricks as well. We have one 1x3 brick, a 1x1, and another 1x1 tile. And to start us off then, on the ends, of course, we've got these cutaway pieces. Goes on both sides. Then we have a 1x6 which is going to run to the back. Another 1x6 which is going to run on the third stud here inwards. Our two 1x4s are going to run along the back here. Our 1x3 goes down here. We stick a 1x1 tile on, and then a 1x1 on the end there. So that's the kind of layout. Building on that, we need a dark red 1x2 round ends to show a bit of brick, and a 1x1, and then we get 5 white 1x2 plates. So we're going to add a layer of plates across here. Our red one goes in there. Oh, we also need a 1x1 plate which I missed on the end. Oh, didn't need the red one, it was a white one. So that's added on there. Then we're going to add some more. So we've got a couple of dark red masonry bricks, which are remind me of the Ghostbusters firehouse. Then we got 3 1x2 bricks, regular ones. A 1x3 brick as well. Smaller angled brick. Yeah, a 1x2 with a clip on it. Small 1x3 archway. A couple of 1x2 plates. And 3 1x1 tiles in white. So to start with, we've got the two 1x2 bricks going across the back here with the white 1x1 tiles. You then get a 1x2 with a clip facing inwards, just up there. And on this side we run with a 1x3. We also then have an angled brick that goes across. And 2 red masonry bricks are on the inside here next to each other, with a regular 1x1 brick which I can pull out. We then have we have an archway brick going on this side, another white tile 1x1 in here, followed by a 1x2 brick. Then we get our 2 plates, add them to the dark red plate. It just adds on this side to show the bricks off as well. Then we get a 1x4 brick. We have a downward facing dark red bracket. We also have an ingot bullion bar, or no, just a regular, a 1x2 tile. A couple of 1x1 plates in white. Also a couple of 1x1 tiles in white. Five bullion bar or ingots in white. A couple of dark red 1x1 tiles. And I think we're good to go. First off then, our 1x4 runs across the top. Then we stick a bullion bar type in here. and one of our 1x1 tiles goes on. Then at the end here we stick a 1x1 plate, and also at this end. Then we stick 2 dark red 1x1 tiles on. Then our downward facing bracket, we add our tile that sits in the middle here. Then over here we stick our other 1x1 tile, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add the ingots to the top of these 1x2s that we've already added. Just like that. Next up we get 4 upward facing brackets in white. 4 more of these ingots, bullion bar type tiles, and also 4 1x1 plates in white. We're going to combine these together, so for each one we're going to stick the 1x1 plate into the back of the bracket to raise it up a bit, and then we'll add the ingot tile on the front. Let's do that 4 times, or 3 more times. It's going to give us our little windows, I guess. Hey Linda, welcome to the stream. Good to see you from California. Hope the weather's well over there. It's a good build. You'll look forward to it when you crack it open. We're going to add these brackets now to the front here, just to give us some more windows. So they're just going across the front to give us like this little look here, so we can fire down at the pirates as they come up the slope. Need to go back to California. I nearly went this year, but it's too expensive at the moment with the cost of living. So my summer holiday, which has come, well, yeah, my next holiday, not necessarily my summer holiday, because I had a holiday earlier to Mexico. I'm going to Spain in September, so looking forward to that. I need some 1x1s, a couple of 1x1 plates, and 1x1 tile somewhere. Then we get a couple more dark red 1x2 tiles, also some 1x2 plates with the rounded ends. So again we get 2 of these upward facing brackets. We're going to add the plates in the back. This time though we're going to add the 1x2 round ends, and then we're going to also then add the tiles onto that. So we need 2 of those. That's going to be added here, this internal wall at the top. Then over the 1x1 is going to be added here, and then we're going to have a tile in here, and then we'll add another 1x1 at the top there. Linda, I think my favourite, probably the favourite type is the modular buildings, probably, because I've got the city that I've built as well. So I quite like those as my favourite. I do. My favourite set is difficult one. I did really enjoy building the Hogwarts castle at the micro scale. That was quite fun. And I did it when I was watching the Harry Potter films, which was also cool. So I think it's probably that one. Favourite modular is probably the Town Hall. It came out in 2012, which I've got. I think that one looks the best for me. So we've got a few more bits. I think that's all of them. We're going to add a 1x2 with a clip on it, hold it up here. Then a 1x1 on the other side of this window that we added. Then we've got an archway which is going to go in the middle of our entrance here. And we snap these 2 1x2 dark reds together. and a 1x2 plate, and that sticks on the front here, and then a 1x2 brick goes on there. So just to give you an idea of what the front is looking like now, we've got a little archway here as well as little windows, and we're building something there internally as well, which is cool. So next we're going to actually do that window there, and it is actually a window, so you get a window frame, and we have a gold insert here, and then we also have a curved piece here. So take the dark red window frame, stick that on our curved piece, and that's going to sit in between here. I can't remember in the original set, so it's there, what this area looked like. I remember it was like a little office, I think, for the senior officer, but I can't remember the details. Then we need a shallow archway, one of these 1x6 kind of ones. We get 4 1x2 plates. We also get a 1x1 brick and a couple of 1x2s again with clips moulded into them, and a small 1x3 archway. So first off, the shallow arch is actually going above our window. Just put that across. Then we've got a small arch over our 1x1s we stuck on. Give us another small window in the office if it is, and then a 1x1 just to finish off that level. Then we stick 2 plates to the bottom of our 1x2 with moulded clips. We do that to both. And then they go on top of the other one that we added. So we add them both on top of each other like this with our clips. Then we get another 4 1x2 plates and also a 1x1 plate, and we're just going to add plates now to the top here. So there's our 1x1, and then our 1x2 is just going to go across the top, and then we'll leave one stud on the end that's slightly lower. So then we need a 1x1 plate, a 1x1 brick, just a regular one. Then we get the larger cutaway piece and a couple of 1x4 modifier bricks. It's not long actually till I go to Billings to the head office. I'm looking forward to in September. I'll pick up a Lego House exclusive pirate, a large pirate set as well, and we'll do a stream of that when I get back in September. It'll probably be October once I get back from holiday, so we can build that on the stream as well. So now we've got a sort of a doorway to the office at an angle here, ready to go. We'll just put sort of a roof on top of this, and for that we're going to get a 4x6 white plate like this. Add this light bluish grey 1x10 plate into the bottom of the overhang there. We're going to add one of these jumper tiles, so another 1 stud gap like this, and then this is going to be added across the top here to fill in that roof area. Then to finish it off, we get another 4x6 in light bluish grey and the angled plate that goes on top. So there's a 1 stud overhang now on top here, and we finish off this bit with a 1x1 plate. She's hiding somewhere. There he is, right in front of me. So that goes on like that now. So you can see we've added that layer. There's a bit of an overhang over this building bit here. Next up we're going to add some weapons. So we get 2 rifles out. We also get 2 1x1 round with pins in the top, and these clips here. I'm going to stick these clips in here like that, both of these, and then we're going to have the guns, the rifles stuck in them. We're going to angle down then, and then we're going to stick them on these jumper tiles we stuck on, so they're aiming down on the top, which I believe is probably a new addition. I don't remember this in my original one. So now we've got the rifles pointing down to shoot the pirates or bad guys as they come running up. Yeah, Linda, the blacksmith one was a really cool one. I really like the detail of that one. I've got the NASA space one. It was okay, but I think I've dismantled it now. And I haven't tried the treehouse one. That was cool. And I've got a couple of the new speed champions. I've got the James Bond one, which we built on the stream, one of the streams as well, and the what's it called? Fast and Furious. A couple of those as well that we built on it. I need to add them to my brick town actually, which I'll do at some point on the roads. So then we get a 1x10, a couple of 1x2 plates, a 1x1 plate as well. We get 5 of these 1x2 ingots, and we also get another one of these jumper tiles 1x3 with 2 studs on. So we start off with this 1x10, add a 1x2 to the top of it, then an ingot, then that jumper tile, then an ingot, then we stick a 1x2 so it overhangs like that, add a 1x1 onto that. Then we're going to add more ingots on top of these studs to cover them up on top. And then this is going to go above our guns to form the top. Like that. Give us that fort look of these jagged, staggered walls like that. Then we're going to add some bricks now to the top of this area. So we start with a 1x2 with a clip facing outwards. It goes on top here. Then a regular 1x2 goes on. Then we stick a 1x6 brick right the way across. Then we get these 2x2s with a slope. One goes on there, and then the other one goes on this side. Facing down like that. On top of those we're going to stick a turret, one of those where we're going to be able to stick another cannon no doubt. We have another angled brick that goes across here. Then we get an Erling brick, let's stick a cheese wedge into that. I'm just going to fill in this gap here at the front as well now as we build up the top. And then we've got 3 more cutaway bricks, 1x1, and we've got 3 more bullion bars or ingot bars, tiles. Yeah, the Lion Knight's Castle one, that was really cool. I really enjoyed the details. It reminded me of the blacksmiths a bit in terms of some of the details, quite like that medieval feel to building things, which are really cool. And the Rivendell one we built on this channel a few weeks back on a live stream, which you can check out if you want to have a look at it. That was a really cool build as well. Some really interesting techniques used to build some of the details. So just finishing off the top here, and adding a bit more of a castle fort type feel, and then we're going to cover up the studs now on top here. So we've got the cutaway tiles, and we've got a 1x1. So I'm just going to add these cutaway tiles on top of the cutaway bricks, and then a 1x1 tile on top, and that stops that bit now. So you can have a look. See, that's kind of looking a bit forty like castle type roof. Now we're going to build the door that we're going to stick on this gap here for the office, and for that we're going to get a 2x6 reddish brown plate and add a 1x6 on top of 1 row of studs. Then we're going to get a 1x2 with a handle moulded in it, add another 1x6 underneath that, so we've got a 3x6 doorway. Then we're just going to add some 1x2s with handles all the way down now on top. And then we add a black 1x1 round onto the 3rd stud down, and that forms like a wooden door that will then clip in. Now, so we've got that doorway here, which you can open up if you want, or leave it shut, all brick built. The live stream for the Jazz Club random was probably, I feel like it was April time or somewhere. Earlier in the year we did that because we got the set in January, but we didn't stream it for a while. Still on the channel if you want to have a look. We're going to stick a torch now on the outside of one of these clips as well, so we can see what we're doing up there. And now we're going to build a little desk or table that's going to sit inside of it. So we get another 2x6. We're going to then get 2 1x2 log bricks, and we're going to add some 1x2 plates into the bottom of each of those. These are the legs of the table, so they go into our 2x6, one stud in from each end. On top then we're going to have infamous treasure map, which I believe they've changed the design of these days, so it's probably different from the original. That goes in the middle. One side we're going to stick a black jumper tile, and the other side a 1x1 round with a hole in it. In that we're going to stick a candle piece and a flame, of course, coming out the candle. And then on this side we're doing an inkwell. So we're going to get a 1x1 round black plate onto the jumper, and then stick a little feather type piece there. So there's our little table or desk. If we spin this round, this is going to go inside. Again, I can't remember what this looked like in the original set, what was inside this area, but this is kind of what we've got going on now, and of course the doorway opens in there. So it's going to be in there. There's a little note here, of course it's the governor. This is the governor's office, holds his most prized possessions and important documents. So yeah, this is our governor. I forgot it was a governor. How could I forget? I'll probably position him outside as well, so he looks a bit grander, so I don't lose him. So he's going to sit on the balcony at the top as well while we're here. And last thing, then we're going to stick another cannon on top for this bag here, and we're going to stick the flag on as well. So the cannon is the same or similar to what we did last time, but there's no wheels this time. So we get a 4x4 round and a stick of spare cannonballs either side, and our red cannon base goes in, followed by the cannon. Then of course we need the oh wow, what's that today? Struck by a cannonball. That goes in like that, and then we can clip that into our turntable, so we can move that around and aim at the enemy. And then the last thing is we've got our flag. So we have a large rod piece here, and that's going to then attach to the side clip we stuck on earlier. So we've got a spare rifle as well, which we can probably stick into a clip somewhere later on as well. So this is the end of bag 5 now, so you can see it's coming together like this. I'll go to the wide camera so you can have a better look. This is kind of very familiar now. You can see it's all built up now. We've got the governor's office at the top here. We'll leave the door open because it's on the balcony. The governor with the flag flying, and a couple of cannons in place, which is cool. As I said, there's several books in this set, so we've just finished this one. And so we'll go on to our next one, which is, what was in that? It was bag 5, wasn't it? Or was it 6? Let's just check what bag that was. Yes, we need bag number 6. So I'm going for this. Is our next booklet, a little small one. As I said, this set now is modular, so you can build it in any order you like, and things clip together. So we're going to move on to this one, bag 6, and you can see what we're going to be building. We're going to be building another tower with some palm trees a bit more beach area. I'm also going to be building this number 7, which is like a dock area by the look of it, which is probably, or maybe going to be the inside of the fort, which is where we used to have like a big dungeon in the old one. So let's crack open bag 6. Assembly Square was a cool one for the 10th anniversary. Some great building techniques in that one. Also, the boutique hotel was quite interesting to build last year. Was it last year? I think so. With the 45-degree angle that we had, and the details in the rooms were quite cool. So you're getting lots of bricks in these bags. We're almost starting from scratch again now, so we're going to build up another rocky area as we did last week for the main fort. We're also going to need an oversized piece for this one, so another one of our blue plates. Let's try and move back a bit, give a bit more room for ourselves. So we've got 3 imperial soldiers actually to start us off with, so let's find 3 bodies and 3 legs. Actually it's 1, isn't it? Got 1 soldier here. So there's his legs. We have the more classic hat and a head somewhere. Maybe I didn't open all the bag 6. No, another bag 6. I have loads of pieces in this one. Right, there's his head, there's his backpack, and where's his hat? He's also carrying a rifle, which we've got, and he needs his red epaulets, and there's his hats. So classic soldier then, the white trousers, printed tunic, which obviously is not as grand as the governor. Printed on the back, he's going to have his red epaulets, which we all know about, and then he's going to have his backpack on. Then we'll stick the head on here, bit of a smile. We got the classic hat, and then going to be holding the rifle like this, so on parade there. There's our soldier. Shove them out of the way for a second, and we'll bring into our large piece here. We're going to stick the 1x2 round brick with that gap in, unusual one at the top corner here. So building the foundations again. Then we need a 1x1 with a clip brick. We need a 2x3 plate in dark bluish grey, and we need a corner brick in light bluish grey. So we're going to stick on this corner our clip piece and then our plate like that. Then we need a 2x4. We need 4 2x3 plates this time. 2, 3 and 4. We need a corner brick. We need a 1x2 slope brick. We need a cheese wedge, and we need a 1x1 with a clip again. So what we're going to do this time is we'll put our 1x2 with a slope on the end of this plate, and we'll run all the plates next to each other, all 4 down here. Then we're going to stick our 2x4 on this side, followed by a 1x1 with a clip, and then we'll stick our cheese wedge in to the end. Then we need another couple of 2x4s. We get our 2x2s with that part missing as well, and a 1x2 slope brick. We come inwards here with our 2x2, 2x4, 1x2 slope, and our other 2x4 in there. Then we get 4 more 2x4s, another 1x2 slope, and another 1x1 with a clip. Somewhere, where's that? Looking for a 1x1, another one with a clip. Where are you? There it is. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to run our 2x4s over this way. One by two slope goes in, and a 1x1 with a clip. So we've got the foundation here of our rocks. Then we're going to get 4 2x3 plates. These are going to run across here, overlapping, like that. And this is where we're going to add some more blue foundational plates, 2 wedge ones, which we're going to add like this. And like that. We'll also add a cheese wedge into this corner up here. So that's the sort of base area there, what we're going to build on. Here we're going to cover it up with a sort of a beach, so we get a couple of 2x4s in tan, squish them together. We also get a 2x2 squish brick. Squish brick goes on first, and then our plates that snap together go on. We get a couple more 1x2 sloped bricks, which are going to actually go over this side, here and here. And in the middle we're going to add a 1x1 cheese wedge, give it that kind of a rocky sloped look. Continuing the beach round here, like we did last time, we get 4 of these sloped pieces, and we also get a single one, and then we get the corner ones. I actually quite like this beach effect, I think it looks quite cool. So we start with this single curved piece there, and we've got our corner piece, and we're going to stick our 2x3s on, 3 of them together, and another corner one, and then our final one. There's our beach area there. Then moving backwards a bit more, we're going to get a black 1x8 brick, 2x2 with the corner cut out, 2x4, 1x2 log, another cheese wedge, and we stick the cheese wedge on this corner here, followed by the log brick, and our 2x4, our longer black brick here, and then another 2x2 with a cutaway goes on top. Then we have a corner brick, a couple more of these 2x2s, 2x4 and 3 sloped 1x2 bricks. Adds a bit more height now, so we put our 2x4 in here, and our slope, corner brick goes in there, and we stick another slope brick, so that goes forward one. Let's move this forward slightly. 2 corner bricks here, 2x2s, and then a slope brick here. So that's what we're looking like there. Then we get another 2x2, a log brick, a couple more corner bricks. We'll spin this round slightly, focus on this side. And we've got our 2x2 there, corner brick, another corner brick, and then a log brick going in there. Then we have another log brick, a cheese wedge, and we've got a little frog, a little green frog that's going to go in as well. Can't pick him up. So our little frog goes down here. Then we have our log brick just above him, and then we've got our cheese wedge over this side. So it's kind of what we've got going on so far. Next up, we need some more 2x4s and a 1x2 log brick. We need a couple of cheese wedges as well, and 2x2, and we need a sloped brick here, one of these larger ones, and we also need one of the smaller ones as well. So this larger one goes over here, and we have a cheese wedge just in front of it. We have another one on the end. Oh, whoa. Another one on the end up here. And we have another corner brick, and I think a sloped brick, 2x4 brick, and then a log brick going on like this. Then we have another couple of log bricks and a 2x2 brick. Our 2x2 goes on down this end, and our 2 log bricks go on this side, just to raise up this back section. Just kind of how the rocks are looking. We're going to put a treasure chest now, so we've got a chest and a lid. It's like a trunk lid rather than a chest actually, so it's not curved, it's got a flat top to it. And then we have a dark red, a semicircle type tile. And we also need a 1x2 round ended brick like this again. Where's the semicircle tile? There it is. So that goes on first, about 3 studs over. Then we're going to stick our trunk together. That's it. Just behind that, and then we stick another one of those there. So there's our trunk hidden. Next up, we get 3 of these 1x2 by 1 1/3 with studs on the side. Also get some of these. There's one. And the second one. Where's the third one? We get a couple of these 2x2 modified with 2 studs, and we need another 1x1 with a clip on it, which is there. So for each of these, we add this 2x2 modified with 2 studs to the base. These are going to run along behind our trunk, just like this, and then these 1x1s with the clips go here, go on there, back to back. Next up, we're going to get 3 barrels in this medium nugget colour. We also get we get 2 of these 2x2 round tiles as well in medium nugget, and we get one 2x2 plate. We also get a tap. So for one of these barrels, we'll stick this 2x2 plate on, and we'll stick the tap in the middle, and then the other two will just have the tile on top, and then these are going to stick into these pieces here. Just above our chest, like this. And there's a note here that says the cask is leaking, perhaps those pirates should have practiced their shooting skills elsewhere. So that's what that little red tile is. It's a bit of the rum leaking there above their treasure. Then we'll start to enclose this sort of cave area. So we get two of these arch pieces. We're going to get a 2x2 corner brick as well, and also a wedge plate. We'll stick the wedge plate on top of this arch here. Stick the other arch together with it. Then the back, this corner piece. This is then going to fit over this side, like this. Then we need a small slope and a longer slope piece. We need a log brick. We're also going to add a torch, so we need a little lightsaber type piece, a 1x1 round plate and a flame. Just need the 1x1 round. Make our little torch here, which is going to clip into this clip on this side. We'll also add our log brick over this side as well, like that. And then our sloped pieces, longer one on the outside here, shorter one on that side there, like that. Now let's add a bit more height to everything. So we have an inverted slope piece, we have another log brick, another regular slope, cheese wedge, corner brick, and a 2x2 cutaway, a larger slope, and then an even larger slope brick then. So to start with, we'll rotate this around and we'll work on this side. So we have our inverted piece first, goes here. Then we have our corner brick. Then we have our 2x2 cutaway there. Little cheese wedge goes behind that. Then our larger sloped piece goes on, followed by another log brick. Then we add a smaller slope here and another sloped piece there. So just adding a bit more here. And we get a couple of 2x3 plates and a couple of 1x2s log bricks. He says, but can't see one. There they are on their side. And then we have a leaf, a green leaf. So the green leaf is going to go on this end. Then we're going to add our 2x3 plates on. Then we're going to stick the two log bricks together. They're going to go just behind, like this. Then we have a 2x2 with a pin on it. We have a Technic brick, 1x2 with a hole down the middle. Then we got some 2x2 round plates. We also have a 2x2 round tile with a hole in the middle. A couple more of our 1x2 slopes and one more cheese wedge. First off, we'll stick the plates together, the round ones, and the tile on top. This is going to go on the beach area down here. Then we'll stick our Technic brick and our pin together. It's going to go up here. Have a slope brick there, and here on top of our plant, and then a little cheese wedge goes in here. So we just built up a bit more around there. It's going to be the base of a palm tree as well. So we need a Titanic cylinder piece. We have a longer pin, longer Titanic pin here. We have another leaf and a 1x2 dark bluish grey plate. I'm going to stick the pin into the cylinder, and that goes through our plates we just stuck on the beach. Then we have a 1x2 here and another plant leaf on the ends. Oh, it was the right way around. Sticking out at the top, just like this. Then we get two more archways, and we also have another corner brick here. The two archways are going to go over here next to each other, and then on top we'll stick on 2x2. So we've got another craggy entrance on this side. Then we need a 2x3 plate, a couple of 1x2s. I'm going to stick the 1x2 plates together, stick them into the 2x3, and then this is going to go across these archways and connect them into position just like that. Then we have a longer slope here. We're going to get a 1x2 log brick somewhere underneath the palm tree. Then a 1x2 plate. We've got a dark tan 1x1 plate, 2x2 slope, and a corner brick. And then running around here at the front, we're going to stick the corner brick on the large slope brick, log brick just behind that here. Leave a couple of studs out and put this 2x2 slope on. Then a 1x2 plate and our dark tan plate 1x1 at the back. Then we're going to get one of these 1x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 bricks. Also 1x3. We've got an inverted slope brick and a couple more 2x2s with these sort of corner cutaway. First up, we run our 1x14 across the back here, then our 1x3 down this side, then a corner brick 2x2, another one on this side, and our inverted slope piece goes back there. So we're starting to frame the area at the back as well. Also, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy this stream, much appreciated. Then we get a couple of 2x2 slope bricks, get a corner brick as well, and two of the longer ones. There's the short one, there's another long one. Need a cheese wedge and another inverted slope piece. These are going to come across the front here, so we've got a shorter 2x2, medium one, shorter one, medium one, an inverted slope piece, corner brick, and a cheese wedge goes on top of our piece. It's quite a large cliff face, this one. Then we get a 1x8, 1x8 plate, a couple of wedge plates in light bluish grey. Run along these parts we just added across the top there. And on top here we're going to add a 4x10 plate and then a 2x3 here just to level this off. So now we're getting up from the cliff into the fort itself. So we're going to see some yellow coming in now. So we get a modified 1x4 with two studs on, 1x2, three of these cutaway pieces and a 1x4. So 1x2 goes on here. And we've got our cutaway, another one, got our 1x4 on the inside here, another cutaway one, and then our 1x4 modified just goes across here. Next up, 2x2 inverted slope piece, 1x2 slope piece. We have a couple of these bullion bar ingot pieces, also a couple of 1x1 plates, and we have some upward facing yellow brackets. Again, for each of the brackets we add the plate to the back and the bullion bar ingot to the front. So these are going to form the windows again, I think. So do that to both of them. These are going to go on the modified 1x4s, facing inward. Then we've got our 1x2 slope there, and then we have our inverted piece that goes on the front. Next up, we are going to get another slope piece, 1x1, a white 1x2 brick, a white 1x1 with a clip on it. We'll have an Erling brick, a white cheese wedge, dark tan 2x2 jumper, and a couple of 1x1 plates. So our jumper tile is going to go in the middle here and be flanked by some 1x1 plates. We then get a Erling brick, stick a cheese wedge in, and that's going to stick on the end here. Then we have a 1x, how does that work? 1x2. Say what? Okay, that moves over one, my bad. So then slope brick there, 1x1 here, and our 1x1 clip on the end here. So I think I've sorted that out. So it looks like this now as we move up. Then we have another cutaway piece. We have a couple of the red, dark red 1x2 rounds. And then we're going to add the two 1x2 round ends and a 1x2 plate that goes on the end here, again to show the exposed brick. Then we have a cutaway piece going into this side. Next up, cutaway, we have a 1x1 brick, and we have a 1x1 tile. Add the tile here to the second one, a 1x1 brick on there, and then a cutaway on there again, just to raise the height. We then have a Erling brick again with a white cheese wedge and a little arch 1x3. Where are you? There you are. 1x3 goes on to give us a little window, and we do the usual with the Erling brick and a cheese wedge. Just going to fill in that gap at the top there, and there's our little window piece, which used to be like a panel like this but with an arch in it in the old days. Then we have another cutaway piece goes on top, just on this corner. Then we actually get the panel piece, get two of these. These are going to go in the middle here. Build up this central tower in the middle there. Then we're going to stick two dark red pieces again onto a 1x2 white plate. Do two lots of these. Where's the other? Can't see the other white plate. things hiding. There it is, that goes on top there. What we'll do is we'll stick this in the middle of our panel pieces and on this side, again just to show the exposed bricks. Then we'll just put that to the side a second. We'll get a 1x4 piece. Going to stick a 1x1 with a clip onto the end of the 1x4 here. Then we'll stick a 1x1 tile. Then a 1x2 brick, followed by a ingot on top. Then on this side we're going to stick an archway on top of our 1x1 with a clip, and we'll stick a 1x2 red piece on top. If we bring this back in, this is going to then sit over here and over to that side there. Then we get a 1x8 brick that's going to run across the top here. We have a 1x2 as well, which is going to go over this side, and an knurling with a cheese wedge, which is going to go in, fill in our little gap over this side. So you can see the pattern on the outside as well. And if we spin this round on the inside now, so this is kind of what it looks like at the moment, to make it a little bit more interesting. So we're going to get a broom, we get a cutlass or sword, we'll get a barrel, we'll get another 2x2 tile, and we'll get a sack. The sword or the cutlass is going to clip on to this clip here. The broom is going to go on the other clip on the other side. We'll stick the 2x2 round tile on the barrel. That's going to sit at the back here, and then there'll be a sack sitting just in front. So we end up with something like this. Next up we get two 1x3s and a 1x1 plate. We're also going to get a 4-length rod and a couple of 1x1s with clips. First off, we'll add the black 1x1 with clip on the 1x3, 1x1 regular plate in the middle, and another clip on top. Stick another 1x3 on top, and then we're going to stick our 4-length rod into those clips like this. That is going to be sticking out more this side. Bring this back in, and then this is going to sit on top our arch on this side. Next up we get these two long plates and snap them together. 1x10s. We're going to stick 1x4 modified to each end with just 2 studs shown. Bullion bar ingot in the middle. That's going to run across back with an overhang there, 1 stud. Then across the top here we're going to get 3 of these cutaway pieces, and we also get a ladder. The ladder is going to clip onto our 4-length stock and knurling. It's going to slide down, and across the top we're going to add our slate pieces. There's our ladder to get up to the top, and then on the outside we've got that. Then we're going to build the top of the roof, so we get this 4x10, I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. In the top we're going to add a couple of the bullion bar pieces and ingots in white. We'll then add a white turntable for our cannon and a single 1x1 brick here. Then we'll get a wedge piece. We're going to add a 1x4 on the 2 studs at the front. Some more cutaway pieces then. This is then going to add to the front of our roof here. Then we'll add some 1x2 bricks, ingot in the middle. Also add a 1x1 tile over here and a 1x1 brick on the ends. Then we get a small archway, add another ingot and a 1x1 tile to top. So go on this side, create a little window, add some more ingots to the top of these 1x2s to get rid of the studs. Then we get 2 dark red 1x2 round ends to come together, and a 1x2 white plate. Ingot goes on top. 6 on that side. Next up we'll make the cannon, so we'll get the 4x4 again. Add our 1x2 jumper tiles in, and again our 2x2 in the top. Add our cannonballs or 1x1 rounds to those jumper tiles. And the cannon itself, so we get the base, add our 2x2s in here. Add our wheels on. Add the cannon in. And our antennae. We'll then add a 2x4 on top of our jumper, and then that will go on top there. So there's our cannon. There's a little note here as well. It says, need to attack pesky pirates from a different angle. You can move the cannon to the towers back and forth to move them in other areas of the fortress. And then we can then clip this into here. So as they're saying, you can just detach the cannon if you want and use it elsewhere. Just pop it back in there like that. We're also going to add a parrot as well here, so it's going to sit on this stud there, so there's a parrot hanging off the top. And if we bring back what we built in earlier, then this is now going to attach, he says, hopefully, to the top. So there's our tower set there. Of course we've got the palm tree to build yet, so this is kind of what we've got. So let's start the palm trees off. So we'll start with this angle piece. We're going to add an actual piece into the base. On this side we'll stick another pin in here with a cross connection on the actual pin itself. Add a Technic cylinder into that. It's going to attach into what we've already got up here. That's why the axle goes in. Now we've got 2 palm tree trunks there and there now. So we've got to build 2 of these palm trees themselves together. A little fiddly to stick on. So as usual, start with this tan piece, stick 2 leaves on. There's one. Do the other one. Like this. Then we'll add 2 more onto the top in the other directions. that's done. We'll add 2x2 plate on top. And then we'll add our 1x1 round right to the top in the middle. And we can add this to the top of our tusks. And then with that done, we can add our additional palm trees to our beach scene. So we end up with some palm trees like that hanging out the side of the cliff. And that's the another part there done. End of bag 6. So let's move on to bag 7. Which will be another section. Need another oversized piece for this as well as the base. I think there's only one bag in set 7. I can't find another bag. So let's see if we've got all the parts we need. I think this might be the inside of the fort where we had the dungeon originally in the other one. We'll see when we finally build it up. We've got another imperial soldier in here as well. Well, I think about I'm just going to add the soldier we built to this section as well. Right, so then we need some white legs. So we've got 2 soldiers to build in this one. A female soldier and a male soldier. Right, so different ranks as well. One needs a backpack. Set of legs, and we need a hat. I think we've got everything we need. Let's try it. So we set the white legs on again to the standard tunic for the soldiers, and the red epaulets. We've got the backpack. We've got a man with a moustache, and we need his helmet as well, which is what we're missing. So there's his hat. And he's going to have a rifle in his hands on guard duty. So there he is. There's one, and then our female one. Same tunic and body, but they have a gold set of epaulets. And they've got 2 facial expressions this time. So we've got a smiling one and a less smiley one, and then the moulded hat with a long hair piece, which we never used to have in the old days, and then we have a little red feather in the hat as well. And we have the return of a monkey, but obviously a new style monkey, which is in this position as well. Unlike the old days where it was all minifigure hands. So those, we've got two more imperial soldiers and a monkey. Let's build the next section then. So we start with this oversized piece. Again, put a 1x2 in the top corner here, and we'll stick another one next to it. So it's a 2x4. Another one of these 1x2 bricks, and then a log brick, which is going to go at the end. Build this one up. Then moving inwards, we need 3 2x2s here with cutaway, and also a slate brick. So 2 on there, and 2 there, and another one here, and then 1x2 slope goes down there. Then we get 3 dark green 1x1 clips, upward facing clips. I'm going to stick one in this corner over here, one at the end here, and then another one just at the end there, like that. We're then going to add some green vines to those clips, so it looks like it's floating in the water. So one goes in on this side, on this side, and another on this side. So it's the vines floating around. Then we're going to build this side up a bit more, so we get a long slope piece for 2x4s. We have got 2, 3, 4 sloped bricks and a wedge. We're going to stick the taller sloped brick in here, and our 1x2 slopes next to each other here, and then a cheese wedge at the end, and then 2x4s just at the back to build that section up like that. Then we've got a 1x4, we're going to get a 2x2, we've got 1x4, 2 1x2 sloped pieces, 3 of our 1x2 round bricks, a log brick. So first up, here we stick the 1x2 rounds, 2 of those together, 1x2 slope next, then a 1x4, another slope there, log brick at the back, adding that up there, so at the back it's looking like this, at the front like this. Then we're going to get another 2x2, it's going to go at the front here, cut away. 1x3 dark bluish grey brick across the back, and then another 1x2 slope over here. Then we get 2 medium sized slope pieces, smaller one, and a 1x2 slope piece, and a couple of cheese wedges. And then we add cheese wedge to the end here and this end. Then we get our 2 medium slope pieces next to each other, smaller slope and one more just in there like that. See all the craggedy rocks as we go up, quite a good effect. We'll stick a 1x4 brick across the top here. Then we get a 1x1 with a stud on the side there, and a 1x2 with a stud on the side going at the end there. Next up, we're going to come out here, sort of a supporting dock type area if you like. So for that we get 4 black 2x2s with grooves in the side, and also 4 dark bluish grey 2x2s with grooves in the side. We're going to stick the dark grey in the bottom and the black on top, so they're paired up like this. Do that for all of them. Then with that in place, we're going to stick them into position here as supports for the platform above. So they look like that coming out of the water. Then we're going to get 4 Technic 2x2 rounds with the holes in. And where's the last one? picking up every one except the one I want. Oh, there it is on the side. So we've got those. We have 2 black Technic cylinders as well. We have 4 Technic pins. We also have 4 pins with studs on. We also have 1x1 round tiles in black. And to start with them, we're just going to get our Technic pins and stick them into our cylinders. We'll then stick them into 2 of these to pair these up, like this. And into each end here, we're going to add our pins with studs on the ends, and then we're going to add onto those studs these black tiles. So we end up with something that looks like this. These then go across on top of these poles we've already put in place. It looks like this then. Then we get 8 more 2x2s, just regular ones. And we're going to pair these up into 2, so we get 4 lots of 2. And then these are going to go on top, again on top of these poles. Again as high as the cliff almost. Then we're going to get some 1x2s with studs on the sides, stick 2 of them on this side, and then on the inside of them put some 1x1 rounds in reddish brown on this side and this side. And let's put that to the side a moment. We then get one of these pins and we're going to stick them into one of these Technic pieces. We get 2 of these, both in, and actually then push them in further. Then get another one, add that to the end like this. Then we're going to feed that through a 1x4 with 3 holes in Technic brick, and then on this side we're going to add these pieces on here like this. Then we get a connector. There's the connector. One end we're going to add this pin with a dome on, and then the other end we're going to add a Technic pin. It's going to go through all the way there. And in this end we're going to add 3 length axle pieces or rods. And we'll have yet another Technic brick there. We bring back in what we built. This is then going to position the course here and here. So you can see this can move either way at the moment for something. Let's find out what. Then on this side, to finish this off, we get some more 1x2s with studs on the side, just to enclose that part off. Next up we get 2 1x8 tiles, and we're going to add to the back some 1x4 plates, 2 of course on each, just to thicken it up. Oh, sorry, just on one we do that. Then on the other one we actually stick some 1x1s either end, round ones, in this light bluish grey colour. So the 1 with the plates on. We stick on this side, start overhang, and then on this side we stick the ones with the plates on, the 1x1 round ones. So we end up with something like this. Then on the other side we get a longer plate here, so a 1x10, add a 1x8 tile and a 1x2 tile to it. It's going to run on this side across there, and then also we get a Technic cylinder. We're going to add some Technic pins into each end. We'll add another cylinder. Cylinder to each end, confusing me then why the instructions are written. And then to each end we're going to add another pin, but this time with just the stud in it, like this. This is then going to clip on to this side here. And then on the other side we'll get a 1x4 plate and a couple of 1x2 tiles in black onto it, and then we'll add that on the other side. So we end up making like a little, looks like a dock kind of thing. We've got a gap here where we can move this piece across for some reason. Then we also add a 2x8 plate across this side here as well. Now we're going to plate the top here. What we're going to do is we're going to add these 4x8s next to each other on the top this side. Then we have a little trap door, which was the old massive gauzy type thing, and then this goes on to this gap here. So then when we release our mechanism on the side, you can see that the trapdoor drops and pushes whoever is on top into the sea. By the look of it, so it's a bit of a trapdoor. Then on the top, what we're going to do is we're going to get 8 of these medium orange, I think, 2x2 rounds. Snap them together into 2s, so we end up with 4 of these. And I'll stick one down the corner here, one over here somewhere, one there, and one there like that. And we're going to add a little sort of table, so we get a 2x6. We're going to add a jumper tile in dark orange into each stud at the end, and a log brick, sorry not a log brick, a couple of 1x1 round British brown bricks to make the legs. And if we flip this over, we're going to make a little lantern, so we get 2 trans yellow 1x1 rounds, stack them together, stick a black one into the bottom there, stick that into our lamp piece to make the lamp. We'll sit on the ends of our table. Then we have a snorkel goblet. We'll have 2 bowls then. Going on the table, we have another silver goblet and a green bottle on there. That's going to go between our chairs, so they're like this, like an area where people are eating. And there's a little note that says if you already have the LEGO Ideas Pirates of Barracuda base set, you can dock it alongside this pier. So this is what this is for, so we can add the pier from the Barracuda Sea. That's quite cool. And then what we can do is we can position, if we bring this back in, for our set. We're going to clip this into our clips here. And so we can detach it if we like, and the monkey's going to go underneath the palm tree, and then our soldiers can be on parade here. And then that's our next section done. A little banquet sitting outside, and you can get some grog and stuff there, and access the other town. Got a bit more of a beach. So that's that section done. Push that out of the way, and we'll move on to the next bag, which is going to be bag 8. So final sections then, bags 8, 9 and 10. We'll hopefully get finished today. So bag 8, we're going to do the tower that's going to sit at the front, which has got the crane on it. So let's get cracking with that. No minifigure in this one. There is one more in our final set of bags. So for bag 8 then, for the tower, we start with this 8x8 blue plate. We're going to, as always, start with these 1x2 bricks, because this is how we connect everything together. So 2 of these go on. And right at the end here, we do a little cheese wedge in the corner as the start of our tower. Then to build up, we get a 2x2, 2x4, we have a 1x1 with a clip, and we have a 1x2 with a slope. 2x2 there goes on, and a 2x4, 1x1 with a clip, and then another one with a slope. Just like this. Then we get a 1x4 brick. 1x3 black brick, also a 1x2 black brick. Then we need 2 of these 2x2s cut away. We also need a 2x4 brick. We need a couple of cheese wedges. Need a 1x1 with a clip, which we can't find yet. There's one. I think that's it. Let's try it. So we stick another cheese wedge in this corner, followed by a 1x1 with a clip. Then we have a 2x4 that goes behind that. Our 2x2 goes in here. Our black 1x2 in here. And we have another 2x2 there, 1x4 here, 1x3 there, and our other cheese wedge drops in there like this. And we want 3 more cheese wedges. Yeah, Linda, get it out of the box and build it. Legos for building. Then we put some cheese wedges on top of some areas here, and on the other side. And then we're going to add some more cliff-based details. So we get a 1x4, 5 of these 2x2s this time, with the corner missing. We need a couple of log bricks, and we also need some inverted slope bricks in black. There's 1, 2. All good there. So then we do our 2x2s going in here, and a log brick, and another 2x2 going in here. Then we get a 1x4, another 2x2 there, another one back to back there. Obviously got inverted black piece on here, another 2x4 at the back, another log brick, and then another inverted piece on the front there. Like the dock area forming there. Then we get 3 more cheese wedges. And I'm going to add these on as well. So we've got one at the top this side, one sideways up here, and one there, I believe, like this. And we get a 2x4, a 1x4. I need a couple of 1x3s in black. One. Here's the other one. We got 2 more 1x2 round ones. So one of those and another one. We need 2 log bricks. Also a 1x2 with a slope on it. Where is that? Right then. 1x1 round black brick. Need an Erling brick in dark bluish grey. Probably staring right at me, but I can't see it. There it is. And we need a cheese wedge again. So at the top here we're going to put the 1x4 running across, followed by a log brick. Then our Erling brick we're going to stick on a cheese wedge sideways and goes on. Then our 1x2 of the round ends goes on the ends. On this side we're going to stick a log brick, 1x3 in black, goes on here and this side. Then 2x4 there. Move that back a stud, so too far out there. Then we have another round one and another slope one. This is kind of where we are with the dock taking shape. Then on the ends here we're going to add 1x1 round bricks at the end of our dock supports. And we get another cheese wedge, which I'm going to stick on the end up here. Then we get a 1x4 brick, and we get a masonry brick. We get a log brick. So we need log brick and masonry brick we got, and a couple more 2x2 corners cut away. There's the one. Where is it? Where are you? Is it the 1x2 log brick? There's a log brick hiding underneath something, and our final 2x2 is over there. Got it. So across the back here we'll put a masonry brick and our 1x4, then our log brick, and at the front we'll set the 2 2x2s facing each other. Make something like this. Then we're moving into light bluish grey, so we're going to get some slope bricks like this, and we get 3 1x4 bricks. 2 run across the back, 1 in the middle here, and then our slopes go either side. Like this. Then we get a 2x8, we get a couple of yellow 1x1 bricks. We Again, we get some dark bluish grey cheese wedges. These cheese wedges go on these studs, not sticking out at the front there, just to finish off that cliff. Then the 1x1s in yellow, okay, just at the back there. And then we stick this 2x8 as I snap off the back clip. Yowzers! 2x8 goes on there just to give us our little pier entrance thing there. Then we're going to need to build up this a bit more, so we get a couple of 2x2 black inverted pieces, sloped. There's one of them, there's the other one. We get two 1x2 masonry bricks in light bluish grey. We have two 1x4 arches and a regular 1x4 brick. So the arches go either end, he says, hopefully without me snapping any off. Something like that. Then we have the 1x4 brick running across the fronts and a masonry brick there. Then at the back we're going to put our inverted pieces with a 1x2 masonry brick in between. This is what it looks like. Then we're going to put on top here a 4x8 plate to give us a platform. And then the front here on these yellow bricks, we're going to add one of these 1x6 arch pieces of support. Then we get a 1x8 plate and a 1x2, 1x6 yellow plates, a couple of yellow sloped inverted pieces, and also a couple more 1x1s in yellow. Across the back here we stick our 1x8 in black. At the front here, each end we stick our 1x1 bricks in yellow. Then we snap our two 1x6 yellow plates together and they go in between our 1x1s. And then our inverted pieces go onto each end of our archway, like this. Put that to the side a moment. Forward a 4x6 plate, I'm sticking inverted sloped 2x2, and we're going to add our cutaway pieces here and here, and we stick our corner bricks in yellow outwards there, and then in this corner here we're going to stick three 1x1 round black bricks, stock of cannonballs probably, and form that. Then on top of that we're going to add some white bricks, so we get two 2x2 white plates, one of these and another one. There's the other one, and then we're going to get three more 1x1 rounds in black, some more cannonballs, and we also get some larger cutaway pieces. So we start off with the cutaway pieces, each end here, then we just add our white plates to our yellow bricks, then we add two more of these black 1x1 rounds there, and one more in the corner like this. So our stash of cannonballs, then we're going to get four 1x1 white plates, and we're also going to get some curved white bricks. There's one, so one of these curved pieces, and then we need another one. So each of these will add two 1x1 plates on top. These are going to go each side here and on this side. So we've got a curved piece. Next up we get two dark red 1x2 round ends. We also get a 1x2 plate, and we've got some more for ingot white tiles. These go here and here, cover up the studs on that side. Snap these two together onto our plate, and these go at the front, again just some exposed brickwork. And then we get two 1x1s with two studs on the side, and we get 4 cheese wedges in white, and we're going to add these together to give us a corner angle. It's going to fit into that corner there to give us this effect. Need to repeat that. And we have something like this. Then we get an Erling brick and a cheese wedge, smaller cutaway piece and a larger cutaway piece. Let's set the larger cutaway piece on this side, smaller one on this side, and we add our Erling brick again with our cheese wedge. That fits in on that side as well. Then continuing up, we get another couple more of these smaller cutaway pieces, and we get 2 more Erling bricks and 2 more cheese wedges in white. This time we put the shorter cutaway pieces at the back, and our Erling bricks with the 1x1s going to meet Then we get another 3 length cutaway, 2 length cutaway, 1 more Erling brick and 1 more cheese wedge. And we do the small cutaway there, larger one there, and our Erling brick just goes on the end there. So that's a higgledy-piggledy tower. It's probably taken a bit of a battering over the years. And then inside we're going to add a bit more detail, so just in front of our cannonballs we're going to get a barrel and a tile with a stud on, probably full of gunpowder, and we get another sack as well, so it's just in front like that. And right at the top here we're going to stick a 1x2 plate in white in the middle. Then we stick a 1x2 round again, so we're showing some bricks. And then we get 2 semicircle tiles, and they go on top here and here like that. And again we get some 1x1s with 2 studs on and 4 cheese wedges. These together and put them either side. So it looks like this. So this is going to attach now to this area we've already created. So it's hanging out like that. Remember, this is the crane that's going to go up. And around the back here, what we're going to do is we're going to get these white sloped pieces, and we need a panel piece. Panel piece goes in the middle inwards, and then we have either side our slope pieces. On top of the slopes we're then going to add a 1x1 brick on this side, a 1x1 with a clip on the other one. And then into that clip, of course, we're going to stick a torch. So we get our lightsaber, our flame, and our black 1x1 round hole in the top. It goes on to there. Then we're going to get two 1x1x3 bricks, add them on. Instantly add a bit of height to the back. And put that to the side. Get this shallow 1x6 arch. Into the middle we're going to stick dark bluish grey 1x2 plate, but also a black 1x2 round plate. On top of that we put a downward facing bracket. Into the front of that a 1x2 with a double clip on like this. Either side of that we'll flank it with some inverted sloped pieces in black. One there and the other one. Where's the other one? How can you find one so quick and you can't find the other one? You're staring me in the face. Yes you are. So that's there. Then we're going to add a ladder into the clips, and then into the end of the ladder we'll add a 1x4 length or 4 length black bar like that. Bring this back in. This is going to be added to the 1x1s, and then we'll just pass that down there. So then the ladder sits there to access the top if we need to. Then we're going to get two more archways, shallow ones, and then these are going to connect across this way just to secure this because it's a bit flimsy otherwise. On each side. So we've got that there. Then with that done, at the front we're going to add a white wedge, and then we're going to add a 6x6 plate on top, so we can start looking at the top part of this tower now. And at the front here we're going to stick two white 1x2 jumper tiles to start with. Then we're going to add a 2x2 squished brick in black. Then we're going to add two more white 1x2 jumper tiles behind that. Then we get two 1x3s and two 1x2s. Add these 1x2s at the back. Then the 1x3s go next to it. We then add some more 1x2 jumpers, two either side this time. And then we have two of these triangle tiles as well, just to cover up this one stud in between like that. Then we're going to get these 1x3 jumpers. We're going to add them in one stud offset on each side here. And to each end we're going to add a 1x1 brick. Again, just giving it that fort feel or castle type. And then we'll add a 1x1 tile on top of our 1x1s to get rid of the stud. Then on these studs in the middle we're going to get first off a 1x2 round, 1x2 plate to that, and then an ingot going to stick on this side, and then on the other side we just get two 1x2 white plates in together, put in bar on the other side, and that goes on that side. So it's looking like that. Giving you fort vibes. Then we're going to get two 2x2 round black pieces, stick them together, stick them into the squished brick in the middle, Then we get 4 of these black sloped bricks. There's one more, there it is. And on top of each one of those we're going to stick some 1x1 plates with clips on. Put those to each. On top of our slope bricks. And these are going to go onto our jumper tiles around our 2x2 rounds. Start making the crane up. Then on top, to keep that in position, we get one of those Spider-Man spiderweb type pieces here. Push that on. Clip into all of those now. And then on top of that, we get a 2x2 round tile with a hole in the middle. Cover up the studs in the centre for that to rotate round. Now we're going to build the crane itself, so let's put that tower to the side. We start with one of these pieces. We put an axle, 2-length axle in part way. We add that to a 2x6 Technic brick with the holes in the middle, or plate. And then we add this sloped piece in. Finish with a 1x2 brick as our base. Then across the middle of that we're going to stick a 2x4 black plate across, and then in each corner we're going to add a wedge piece. Give it the shape we want. Something like this now. Then we're going to run another 2x6 with the Technic holes in across the middle, and we get 4 more clips, 1x1s with clips, and we add them into each side there. We then add a 1x4 or 4-length rod onto each of those clips. Some detail there. Then we stick 2 1x2 black jumper tiles to this end. The other end we stick a 1x2 dark bluish grey plate and an upward facing black bracket like this. Then we have a 1x2 brick, and we also have a grilled sloped brick, or brick that goes on top of our 1x2. That sticks on our jumper tiles at the back. Then we get another one of these funny shaped pieces, stick an axle part way through again, stick that into a squished black brick, 2x2. Then we stick a 1x2 in the back, in black, top this with a 2x2 jumper, and we'll stick a 1x1 clip plate on top. This then goes at the back, like this. How the crane looks. We'll stick that to the side. We get this 1x10 rod. Going to add a 1x1 with a thick ring at the ends. Then we stick a 1x4 plate, another 1x4 plate, and at the end here we stick a 1x2 with a loop at the end. Then we're going to stick a 1x4 tile each end, and we're going to stick a 1x3 jumper tile in the middle. We'll stick a 1x2 brick then on that jumper tile, and another one of these grill pieces sloped on top. We then take this, and then we're going to put this into the base bit, and then where we've got this axle which we didn't push all the way through, I'm going to push it all the way through now, so that we've got that attached at the base of our crane. So we'll put that to the side. We'll build the next top part of the crane, if you like. We start with a 1x4, get another 1x1 with a thick ring again, add it to the end. Then we get another 1x10 plate We're going to then add some 1x4s at the bottom. Add another 1x2 with a loop at the end. Then we've got our 1x4 tile. We'll miss a stud out, another 1x4 tile, and then another one. On the stud we missed out, we're going to add a 1x1 round plate in black to it. We've got this, bring this back in, this goes into the other part where we have an axle. Push that all the way through, so now we've got something like this. We're then going to attach these together like this, and we're going to use some 1x2 round plates into the thick ring on each side. Gives us a crane-like shape. Then on top we're going to add some downward facing brackets, single ones, and both top stud. And on the front of that we're going to stick a jump tile in black. On the front, and another 1x1 plate with a clip on it as well, like this. And in the base here we're going to stick a Technic pin on these longer ones all the way through. We have the rod sticking out at the bottom like that. Then we'll put that to the side. We get this bracket piece here, and then this wind up here, and we'll get some string, of course. Unravel the black string, which is old school, does remind me of the crane. And then what we have here is we have a hole in the middle of this, which we feed the thread through. So put it through, and then we're going to feed a rod through it. All the way through. .50 there. We'll put a stopper on each end then, so it doesn't slide about. See, as it slides about. Sort of even there, the string hanging through it. At each end we're going to add one of these. On the other end of our string we're going to add our hook here. There's a little hole you've got to thread it through. Then you just need to tie it off. And with that done, we can now wind up our hook. So just wind this string up. See here, it's kind of coming up. There we go, so now we've got that stuck in. Probably wound it up too much now, of course. Now I need to unwind it slightly. Didn't realise this would be going at the back. So I need to wind it back long enough because then it attaches at the back here of our crane, and then this will roll up, loosen it a bit more through our clips that we've got down here, and then we can lower it or raise it. There's a note here that says a larger crane means the governor and his crew can handle even heavier cargo. Of course this is heavier than it used to be, and of course we've got the pin at the bottom here, and that just now slides into what we already had there. So there's our crane piece. We're not quite done yet, so I'll not show you on the wide camera yet because we need to build the thing that it's holding. So we start with another one of these pieces here. In the middle we'll add 2 jumper tiles, and on the side some 1x2 round ends. Then we've got 4 chains, they're going to get attached into each corner. Comes off now. Then we'll add a 1x4 tile across the top, secure those in place. Then we get a treasure chest. It's more like a trunk again, not a chest because it's not got a curved top. Oh, I've changed the chest actually. Inside there we're going to put 2 pistols. We've actually got 3 in here, but we'll put 2 in there as the instructions say. It's going to sit into the middle here. We then sort of pair these up on each side, fit them together at the top. And then using a 4-length rod, we're going to thread this through each side. So we end up with something like this. This we can then add to our crane. Go to the wide camera, you can have a look. So there you go, you can see the crane is now, cargo's going mad, but you can now lower it and raise it just by twisting the string on the back, like the old days, and the crane rotates around. Alright, so that's into bag 8. Let's crack open bag 9. We're on the home stretch now, so we've got 2 sets of bags, or 4 complete bags to get through. We need our last oversized plate as well, for another foundation. This is going to be the sort of rear of the fort, I think. So we start off with the big base plate again, and stick a 1x2 slope brick at the top. Then we've got a log brick goes on, and another sloped brick after that. And another slope brick, we'll have another log brick then we'll have a 2x2 after that. And we'll finish off with another log brick in the corner and a 1x2 with the rounded ends. Where is it? There it is. So it goes in there as well. So that's the start. Thanks Alex, yeah, it's starting to come together now. We're nearly getting there. Then we need 7 2x4s. 7. I'm going to add that one here. We've got an overhang going on here as well, and then that one goes that way. Then we got 5 of the 2x2, 5 of those, and a couple of 1x2 slopes as well. So stick these in. Like this. We also get 3 2x4 plates. Which I can't find. Found one. Where's the others? There's another one. There's another one, and these are going to go in the sea here. Then we've got a 1x1 with a clip, a sloped brick, and another 1x2 round brick. These go this end. Not much sea left on this one. Then we need 2 of these larger slope pieces, a smaller one, a couple of logs, slope there, big slope there, big slope there, and then some log bricks in between. Then we need a couple more. Then we add the 2x4 on a small slope, 2x2, some more logs, 1x1 and a 1x4 brick. Start this end with a log brick, 1x1. Then we've got a slope, larger slope, a log brick, another large slope. Then we have a 2x2 slope just in front of that, 2x4, and then a 1x4 at the back. Then we have a 2x3 in black, some more of the longer slopes, a small slope, a couple of log bricks. Then we have a larger slope there, small slope here at the back. Our black 2x3 goes on. Then we stick 2 log bricks next to each other. And another slope is in the gap there. That's what we've got going on. Then we have a small slope, a couple of the 2x2s again. And a 1x1 brick. So we have a slope there, then our 1x1 on. Larger slope. Haggledy brick. Another haggledy brick there. one by one with a clip down a slope. Spot building can get a little repetitive. Just going to add up another one of these here with a clip. Then our slate brick goes on that side. Then we have another tall slope, another small slope, and a log brick. Log brick goes over here at the front. Then we have another slope brick there, and a large slope brick goes at the front over there. Next up we're going to have a ladder. So we've got a dark tan ladder here. We've also got a couple of regular 1x1 bricks and a couple of 1x2 plates. Stick the 1x2 plates together and the 1x1 bricks. Stick them together like this. And then we'll stick the ladder on top there. That's going to sit in this little gap we've got going there. And then get a treasure chest or trunk again, flat top. I miss the old curved ones. They had the curved ones for the Black Sea Barracuda. This time we do have proper gold bullion bars. 2 go in the chest. Close the chest up. 1 goes on the chest, as well as a sack, which could be full of more coins. It's going to go down here. We're going to stick a gold bar just in front of it as well. So have a scene like this. Lots of gold and treasure hidden around Eldorado Fortress. Then we get a 2x2 plate. Get a 1x4 brick and a masonry brick. We have another couple of, we have one of these, 2 of these 1x2s with the cheese wedge melded in it, and we need a couple of 1x1s as well. Gonna stick these together on this plate and a masonry brick at the back. It's gonna go on top here. And our 1x4 with a 1x1 on and a 1x1 at the front like this. Next up we need a medium-sized slope. We have a plate with a tooth on it. We also have some more 1x2s with the cheese wedge moulded in it, and we also have a dark bluish grey 1x3 plate somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Start with that. We're going to stick the 3 1x2s with the cheese wedge together and stick our tooth piece at the back like this. Our medium slope goes on first, and then our cheese wedgie pieces go on that side. Then we get an arch piece. We get a couple more of these downward facing tooth pieces and a 1x1 brick. On the arch we stick these tooth pieces at the top here. That forms across this entranceway. Gives us a little cove opening there to get to the treasure. Then we get a couple of 1x2 plates. We need another masonry brick, and we also need another 2 downward facing tooth plates. There's one, was it on the side in? First off we'll stick the 2 1x2s there together. Thanks Linda, see you soon, have a great day. Stick our tooth pieces on top, and then we're going to add that to this side, and then our masonry brick is going to go at the ends over this side here. Then we get 2 more arch pieces. Add these on this side of the cave inwards like this. Then we'll connect them together with a 2x6 plate that's going to run across this side, makes it more secure. And we'll add another ladder, if I can find it. There it is, a dark tan ladder on top there, so you can see the little ladder away to the treasure. Then on top here we're going to get one of these trapdoor pieces again. Stick a black trapdoor into this grey area. This is going to fit across the top, and those teeth that we added to the side then stop this trapdoor from falling in, so you can open it up, get down to the treasure, and then we stop this bit and we stick it to the side. I'm running out of sides to put things on at the moment. Then we pick up an 8x8 plate, and for this we'll stick a 1x1 brick with a clip in the corner. Then we'll add a 1x2 sloped piece, then another log brick, and another 1x1 with a clip piece after that. Then we got 3 2x4s and a couple of 2x2s. Add the 2x2s facing each other here. Ooh, then a 2x4. All of them coming down that side. Then we're going to get another 2x2 and another log brick. Stick them here. There's a little note there that says, how this poor skeleton met his fate is unknown. Perhaps he was trying to escape or went in search of hidden letters. So now we're going to add a skeleton with a bandana on it. So it was a pirate before he died, or she died. So just get the skeleton parts, skeleton head, legs, the bandana as I said, a couple of legs, need some arms, got that, and we need a 1x2 with 2 studs on. So to start with then we'll stick the legs into the skeleton. Do his arms and his head. Bandana on the side there. There he is, and then he's going to go into side studs like this. So there's our dead pirate. He's going to go sitting up actually in the bottom there, so he got stuck down this side. Just put that to the side a moment. We get a wedge in here and put a log brick in there. Then we'll put these 2x2s in. We'll then add a leaf in. Add a couple of cheese wedges in there. Another 2x2. Bring this in here and we'll attach this 2 pieces together like that. Then we're just going to build up a bit more in here, so for that we'll get a 2x4, a couple more 2x2s, slope, 2x3, and we'll do a 2x2 there, 1x2 sloped, another 2x2, 3x4 goes across, 3x3 at the back, building up that part. Then we can bring back in our treasure. Of course we have an overhang here of studs, and this is going to connect to these ones like that. That's kind of what we've got now. Trapped pirate, and there was the gold, he was so close. Now we're going to build up across this side here. So for this we're going to get some 1x4 bricks, got the longer sloped bricks, 2x2, We need another 1x1 with a clip, and we've got some couple of cheese wedges as well going on. First up, we stick the two 1x4s together, and they're going to run across the back of the pirate that's dead. And at the bottom, he's actually quite squashed. He's quite squashed in there. He's fell down there by accident somehow. Then we've got our two larger slate pieces going on. Then on the other side, we're going to have a 1x1 with a clip, and then our 2x2 goes on there as well. Then we need some leaves, 2 shades, some 2x2s, 1x8 brick, and a log brick. Going to run the long brick right across where the pirate is here, and over this side the log brick goes on. We have a 2x2 that goes in, 2 of these, and then our leaves, we have the darker one, and then the lighter one goes on there like that. Of cheese wedges and a couple of 1x2s with slopes on. It's building up this cliff here, and then these cheese wedges goes on our leaves. Cover those up. Another 2x2 and a log brick. Going on the top there. Next up, we've got these 4 inverted curved pieces. We have a black 2x3 brick, slightly smaller slope piece, and a log brick. And we're going to fill up this space here. So we stick the inverted slope pieces together, all 4 of them. Then our 2x3 log brick goes on. There's our other slope piece there, so just put this inverted pieces in there. Put that to the side again. Get a 4x6 and get 2 2x2 plates. Snap them together. Stick them in the top corner here. Then we have a 1x2 plate, a 1x2 sloped brick, a couple of cheese wedges, then we have a blue curved brick, goes on there. Couple more 1x2 plates that go on. Then we have a red 1x1 round plate, and then we're going to add 2 cheese wedges to this side. So we've got like a little piece of water gushing out there. And then stick a 2x2 there. This then attaches over this side here. Then we're going to get a 2x3 tile and a 2x4 brick. 2x4 brick goes there, and then here we have a little rock pool streaming out. Then we get a 2x4, 2x2. We go for a darker leaf, I think, and a cheese wedge. Darker leaf goes in here. build that up. Then we have a dark and a light leaf, another cheese wedge, another 2x2 and another 2x4. So we stick the dark and light leaf together, stick a cheese wedge on top, goes on, and our 2x2 and our 2x4 goes on there. So it's building up this greenery here. Then we get another wedge in blue. Let's stick a 2x2 looking at this end and a 1x2 slope next to that. And then in the corner we've got another curved piece. Maybe another stream of water coming out. That's done. We then line it up in this corner, don't attach it yet by the look of it. And then we'll get another 2x3 tile, add the water effect in there, which is helping attach it all together. We get a 1x3 plate and we're going to add a couple of 1x2s on top of each other at the back. And it's going to attach across here. We then have a 2x2 again and a cheese wedge going in with a log brick at the front. So building this bit up here, looking quite pretty. Then we get a 2x4 slope brick, another cheese wedge, a dark and a light leaf. Stick the leaves together. Stick on the end here. Cheese wedge down the bottom here. 2x4 across. Slope goes just next to this little waterfall feature. Another 2x4, another slope, a couple of logs and a light flower. Put the logs at the top. Our slope area here. And we get another 2x2 and another cheese wedge. Lots of cheese wedges used in this one. Just finishing off a bit more of the cliff face. Then we get two shallow arches, another 2x2 and a dark leaf. Dark leaf is going down here, you can just about see. Then a 2x2 goes on and our two arches go above the waterfall type look. So we've got this little cove there as well with the plants growing up it. Then we get a 1x14, a couple of 2x3s in black, another log brick, a slope and another cheese wedge. The cheese wedge goes on top of the leaf we just added down here. Then we've got the log brick which goes up here. Our longer brick then goes across, back, and our two 2x3 black bricks go there, and we finish off with a slope brick. Then we need 2x4, 2x3, we've got another arch but a 1x4 this time, a couple of inverted black 2x2s, 1x1, a couple of masonry bricks, 2x2 slope. So we get in there now. So first off, the arch goes at the end here where the pirates died. Then we have our inverted piece, masonry brick, another inverted piece, and our 1x1 squeezes in here. Then we have a 2x4, 2x3, 2x2 goes on, and our masonry brick squeezes in there like this. Then we're continuing building up this. We're not too far away from finishing this bag to get to the last bag. So we stick a log brick in here, single slope here, another slope there, and another one at the back. Then we have another slope, 3 2x2s, 3 1x2 slope bricks. Oh, got another slope down this end, one here, 2x2 goes on there, other one goes back to back. We have a 1x2 slope, another 2x2 and another. So we've got a bit of a rock face going over that curved bit now as well. And we've got a light leaf, a couple of 1x2 plates, double cheese wedge, and 3 2x2 slopes. 2 of these go at the top here. Another one there. Our leaf is going on the end here. And then we snap the 2 plates together and put the double cheese wedge on top. It's going to sit in the gap there. So it rolls up like this. Then we've got 2 2x4s. We have another cheese wedge, and we have 2 1x1 plates. The 2 1x1 plates snap together and go on top of our plant that we had here. Cheese wedge goes in front of our double cheese wedge there, and then our 2 2x4s cover up our pirate who's dying underneath. Now we're going to plate the top section here, so we've got 4x6, 4 2x3s, the 4 2x3s go next to each other, come down this way. 3x3 goes there, and then our 4x6 goes on there. Then we've got one of these, or a pair of these hinge pieces. We also have 2 wooden tile pins, and we have Technic pins. So we use the Technic pin to attach these 2 pieces together. We then stick the log, that's where the wooden tiles are. This can then go here. This creates like another trapdoor to get down. Then we've got some plates. We have a crab and we have a wedge. Run this grey plate just across the front of this trapdoor. And the wedge goes on here. Our black plate goes across this bit, and our crab can sit down in the waterfall. So there's the end of bag 9. So you can see what we've got now. We've got a treasure chest there. We've got a trapdoor that flips up here. Got another trapdoor over this side if you want to get down as well. And then the pirate who's stuck in the side. So we're on our last bag. Now we'll build this part of the fort, and we get our last minifigure as well. I'll do this today because it's we might as well finish off the set. And then next week we can get onto the Sanderson Sisters Hocus Pocus set, and I'll put a new poll out for what we build after that as well. So just going to actually build the last part of the fort now. part of the minifigure. Another soldier. So, let's knock everything off the table. Lots of round pieces in this section. Right, so we've got the top, and there's the legs. There's all the legs. And we've got the head, and we need the hat. There's the hat, and we need the epaulets. And he's got a rifle. Standard tunic, printed on both sides again. White legs, red epaulets, of course, because of his rank. And a gentleman there, with some sideburns and a hat, and he's holding it like that. So we'll concentrate then on this top section now. Start off with, we get 5 1x2 tan grill pieces. 5, and we also get 2 1x2 jumper tiles. One goes here, and we have a grill. More grill pieces here. And the jumper there. Another grill there. Not quite sure what this is going to do. Now we're going to stick some yellow bricks on to show us the outline of the fort. So we get 2 1x6s in yellow. So we get 3 1x4s modified. Cutaway piece. There is a leaf. One of the 1x2s. And a couple of 1x2 normal bricks and a 1x1 plate. Start off with, cutaway over in the corner. 1x4 runs down here, 1x2 there, and we have a 1x1 there, got a little leaf in the corner here. 1x6 runs down, then we've got a couple of 1x4s in, modified again. Across this side we've got a 1x2, another 1x2 cutting inwards, and then our 1x6 runs across like this. Then we get 2 1x2 plates in yellow, and also 2 of the red ones, rounded ends. Snap 2 together, they'll cover the plant there, and these 2 1x2s go on top of the red one. Next up we get 6 of these upward facing brackets, and like the others we're going to add 6 ingot or bullion bar pieces onto the front of them to create the sort of windows or vantage points for the imperial soldiers to attack the pirates. So we're going to snap all these on here. These are going to go on the 1x4s modified, so facing each other here on this side, and on this side. Then we're going to get 4 1x1 plates in yellow, another 1x2 rounded ends. This red one goes in the middle here, and then our 1x1s just add to the brackets we just added, which I could have done as one step, but then we get a couple more tan grill pieces and a handle piece. And we get a yellow 1x2 slope piece, and there's a little note here that says things have improved for pirate prisoners too. Now they can rest comfortably on a hay mattress. So that's what this is supposed to be here. Gone are the days of the dungeon we had. But this is hay that's on the floor that they can sleep on, and this trapdoor I guess is where they escape, which is why we've got a prisoner down there that's probably died at some point. So then we put our slope brick here, and then our handle goes on here, so that we can easily lift up that area if you want. A couple more 1x1 and 1x2s in reds, and we get a couple of 1x1s with clips on. Spin this round slightly. We are going to put the 1x1 black clips on off this trapdoor. 1x1 that goes on there, 1x2 there. Then we add some more yellow, so 1x2s. Should be 2 of those. Where's the others? Some 1x3s. Some 2x2s inverted. 1x4 plate. Couple of 1x2s. 1x2 sloped and cut away. Slope we just add on this side. 1x2 goes in the gap of the window. Our inverted pieces hang off this side. 1x2 down here. 1x3 goes on. And the cutaway there. 1x3 down this side. Yellow plates go on here, here, and on this 1x4. There. Getting towards the end of the yellow now, I think. Robot on. So we stick the red plates on top of these yellow ones. Goes on the end here. Robot arm goes on the handle down here, and then our Erling brick and our wedge go together. Finish off that corner down here. I'm starting to look. Starting to look like this now. If you look round. Then we're going to get onto the white part now. We've got 1x3, a couple of 1x4s, a 1x1, 3 1x2s, plates, and also 3 red plates. 2 white plates together, a red one. I'm going to go there. 1x4 goes across here and here. By 3 there. Then we do the opposite. 2 red pieces and a white one. Goes on the end. Then we have a white 1x1. So that's that. Then we get another couple of red plates. We have a 1x3, 1x4, a log brick, cutaway brick. We then need a 1x1 with a clip on it. Need a couple of 1x1 rounds there, a 1x2 plate. There's the 1x1 with a clip, there it is. I think that's it. So then we stick the 1x1 rounds here. It's probably going to be a window, I guess. Snap the 2 or 3 plates together. 1x1 when the clip goes on the end here. 1x4 there, log brick, cutaway piece, and a 1x3 goes on there. We also need a 1x2 going in that fit there. Then we need a window insert. We've got another 1x3, 2 log bricks, a couple of 1x2 plates, and a 1x2 round. So we'll stick the insert into the window. It's going to go on the outside with the inverted pieces there. Snap our plates together. It's going to go on the outside here. Then we've got a log brick goes on one side of the window, another one on the other side of the window, then a 1x3 going across. Then we get 2 1x2 bricks, 1x1 tile. We've also got some ingots, 3 ingots here. The 2 1x2s we're going to add the tile to. So we've got the ingot, it's going to go there. Then we're going to stick a 1x1 tile on it, then another one there, and an ingot tile goes on there. Then we need another ingot. We have a 1x2, we have a cutaway. We need a 1x3 as well, and a 1x4. We need a cutaway and a 1x1 with a clip again. There's the cutaway, and then a 1x1 with a clip. There it is. So the one with the 1x1 with the clip goes on here. Then we have a 1x4. 1x2 goes across. 1x3 then. And down this way we stick another cutaway, and then we stick our ingot tile in down there. Next up we get 2 1x4 arches. Get a 1x4 brick, a 1x3 brick, 1x2 and 3 log bricks. The arch bricks go over the window, 2 of those together. 1x2 goes on the end here. Then we have a log brick. 1x3 comes across. Another log brick. And another one. And a 1x4 brick goes across. Then we get 2 1x3 bricks in white. Another log brick. 2 double cheese wedges. And a couple of 1x2 plates. Put the 2 plates together, and then we have our red one as well. Stick that up here. 1x3 plates go on. Log bricks at the front, and to top our window off, we put our 2 double cheese wedges at the front. Again, so it looks like this now at the moment. Not far to go. A couple more red plates, a white plate. We have 2 of these hinge pieces and a 1x3. Two hinge pieces are going to go behind our cheese wedges. Snap our 2 or 3 plates together, and they go here, and then our 1x3 next to it. And at the front for the roof, we're going to get one of these other hinge pieces and stick a 1x4 plate across, stick another hinge behind it, and then we're going to decorate it with some red and dark red semicircle pieces. Looks like a terracotta Spanish type, I guess, roof. This is then going to hang over the window, and the hinges that we've just inserted, and then rest against double cheese wedges. So you can see the window effect then on the outside, which looks quite cool. A couple of 1x2 bricks, then we get 4 1x3 bricks in white. For those tiles, and we get a 1x1 with a clip on it that goes on first, and we get our 1x2 rounds. Stick 3 of the 1x3s together. At the top we'll add a red piece that's going to go there. Then we stick a 1x2 over this side and on this side. Goes there and there. Then we get 2 1x2 plates, also 2 1x3 plates. Stick both the same plates together. And go across the top here. Then we're actually going to get the doorway, which is a prison door. White doorway with this jail door. That's going to go across here, which is where the cell is. I'm going to do another roof, I think. So we get corner. Well, also we get a corner, a plate. We get hinge piece, that's a 2x2, right? It's got to be. It's also got these as well, so you get 2 of these, stick them on this stud, then we're going to stick, it's a little bit confusing, the corner plates to this to make this shape. Then we stick 2 double cheese wedges in the front. Insert our hinge pieces here, rest them against the cheese wedges to give us a slope. We've got our 1x4 goes across the back, and then we can add our window or tiles on. Realised I forgot to put the backpack on our soldier. We need to do. So these are the tiles. This is going to go above the prison cell door. We have a roof above it. Then we're going to get 4 1x3s. I'm going to snap them into 2s. This one and the other. That's going to go then either side to fix the window to the structure. Then we need a ladder, 4 length rod, which we're going to clip to the ladder. We've got some a key. I'm also going to do a torch. Torch the same way. That's going to go outside the prison cell. One of our keys again is also going to go outside the prison cell. And then we'll add the ladder near our trapdoor. Added these details now to it, and at the top we're going to add some tiling to cover up the studs. So we need a corner tile, 1x6, modified 1x4, 2 1x1s, couple of ingot ones, couple of 1x1 bricks, and a red semicircle. So then get this the right way round. Our 1x6 is going to go across this gap. I'm going to add 1x1 with a tile on there, and on the other side over here, modified 1x4 next, an ingot, another ingot, corner one, and another 1x6 tile on the top there. So it's just been tiled off like our modular buildings usually. Then we're going to do another window. For this we'll snap two 1x4 yellow plates together. We'll add these inverted bricks, add a log brick in white each end. Stick a curved window again with an insert in the middle. Then we get an Erling brick, two Erling bricks. Stick a white 1x1 tile on, faces outwards, and we also get a 1x1 round brick inside. Do the same on the other side. Then we stick two archways over the top, 1x4 type, then a couple of 2x2 plates, then we've got the cheese wedge and another cheese wedge somewhere, and the turntables at the back. The other cheese wedge, there it is. Then we'll stick our one of the turntables in. One by four plate across again, like we did with the other roofs. And then our tiles go on. Then that roof is done there, and this is then going to go on this gap that we have here. So we have the other window hanging out the side there. Then we've just got to do the top bit and then we're finished for today, I think. So we've got 4x6, stick two 1x6s on that. And we stick those on to make the roof like that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add all these little arches around the edge. The log brick goes on here, another arch there, arch on that side, one more on that side. Then we get a 2x6, we're going to add an ingot in there, a couple of 1x2s on. It gets added onto this side. And with that in place, we're going to add log brick there on the brick this side, 1x1 tile, 1x2 brick, log brick, another 1x1 tile in the middle, same on this side. Ooh, fat fingers. And a 1x4 there. 1x1 tile there. Same on that side. That's the top bit there, and now we're going to cover all these with the ingots. And I think we're done then. Should be nice because I'm starving. Hey Lego, see you. Welcome to the stream. Just putting these across the top, and then I think this one there. And if we bring this back in, then this then hopefully will, yeah, sit on the top. So then we've got this kind of fortress look here. Looks pretty good. And just before I forget, that's the last bag, we're just going to stick the backpack on our soldier, which I forgot earlier. And there is, so that's it, that's the set finished. There's some notes about how you can configure it. So the modular unfolds for a bigger and more detailed display of all trials, tribulations and merriment of crew and their prisoners. So you can have them side by side as part of these instructions have here, or you can start to configure it and put it together. So let's just put it together. This is kind of how I remember it. So you'd have this main section here. You then have this as the main internal part. Clip it together, supposedly. Just to detach this one, just putting it together. Bear with me a second. So that clips in to the middle there. Move that out of the way. And we get this piece, which is the corner piece. I'm going to add the crane to this piece, and then this piece would attach like that, and then it'll all come together like that, basically. Where did that fall off? On the corner. So there's the actual fortress with all the parts. So just do the wide out camera so you can take a look. So it is quite a big footprint going on here. You've got the sailboats, you've got it all connected together. And as the instructions say, you can actually pull it apart and reconfigure it in many different ways if you want to. Have more detailed display on the shelf so it's flatter. If you want to actually play with it like I thought, then this is how it would be configured. This is probably how you remember it from childhood. At the set. So let's go back to the main camera. That's the end of all 10 bags now. So as a reminder, we built this last week with the sailboat and these parts, and then this week we have finished the main fort. I'll probably pick this up now and it will all fall apart because it's modular. Probably haven't clipped it in properly. No, it's not do that. before I drop it everywhere. But that essentially is how we've got all the bits stuck together now. So it's got that sort of classical look. And if you break it apart, you can see the crane over here, and the little last part we've got here with the jail as well. And we've got some details of treasure chests and things underneath. We've got the rear bit here with another cannon and where they're storing their grog. The main entranceway, which we started to build last week, over here with the governor's office. And then you've got the central point here where they're actually feasting, and you've got a bit of a pier kind of thing underneath there. So that's the end of the stream today. As always, if you enjoyed it, do hit that like button so that other people get to see it. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? It doesn't cost anything, and it's you can get up to date when I do future streams. Next week we'll be kicking off the Sanderson Sisters Hocus Pocus set, so join me for that. I'll put some details up on the stream, about the stream, sorry, on the channel after this stream today. And I'll also open up a new poll for what we're going to build next after we do the Hocus Pocus set as well. So do cast your vote and let me know what you want to see built. So that's it, the end of a longer stream today, just to make up for time from last week. Hopefully see you next week. Stay safe, enjoy the weekend, and join me for Hocus Pocus next week. See you later.